Mini taco, mini taco, mini 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 taco, mini taco, mini mini. Hello. And welcome to the Jest podcast. I'm your host, Jest. And you already know what it is. We doing it big. But sober. Yes. Today is Wednesday, August 25th, which is also the release day of Psychonauts 2. Yes. I had it pre-ordered, I've been waiting, and today's finally the day. So, after I'm done talking over this AC unit, I'm gonna set up and live stream my first playthrough of it. And yeah, we'll see how that turns out. What else is new? Oh, last week, my girl was going to Trader Joe's, so I told her to pick me up some spicy brown sugar. And then she couldn't find it. I asked for one thing, and she couldn't get it for me. Like, I understand. Maybe Trader Joe's, it's a small store, maybe Trader Joe's does not have spicy brown sugar. I get it. But I asked for one thing. The least she could do is go to another store and check there. You know, maybe Stop and Shop doesn't have spicy brown sugar either. That seems more like a Whole Foods kind of item. Maybe a specialty market. But the least you can do is check. Just check for me, will you? Please? I asked nicely. I don't know, man. Seems like a simple enough task. Get the spicy brown sugar. I don't know, I'm keeping an eye on her. If she can't do that, what can she do? She can suck this dick right here, and I'll tell you that much. Okay. Mini taco, mini taco, mini mini. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I've actually always wanted to do this. This has been an idea I've had since, like, high school. You know, ever since I first started smoking weed, I was kind of thinking, you know, you burn the weed, it goes through the bong, and the bong is basically creating ash water, you know? Sounds like free fertilizer to me. You know, I wouldn't drink it. Bong water's disgusting. We all know this. But hear me out. If I grow a pot plant and water it with only bong water, fresh bong water, of course, you know, it'll either turn out really great, or the weed will taste like a dog's paws. It's either this or that. There's no in between. So I'm really curious. I think I'm gonna put together a grant proposal and try to put together a study on this. Because the world needs to know. But the world may never know. Don't worry, Jest is on the job. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, if I could design a study, that's definitely what I would look into. You know, scientific research is a very important area of human discovery. Look at all the technology it's brought us. And I always wish I could contribute somehow. And I think that's how I'd do it. I'd be a lead innovator on pot research. Does the pot do better with regular water or fresh bong water? I'm gonna find out. But not today. Growing weed is a lot of work, and I don't really want to do that. I mean, I do. I kind of want to grow a pot plant, but not for the weed. You know, I prefer to buy my weed on the streets, like a sane human being. I just want to grow a pot plant because they're pretty. They look nice. And I'd like to see if I could do it. I'm not really interested in the actual weed that you smoke from it. I get better stuff off the street, I promise. But wouldn't you like to learn how to do that? I mean, there's so many plants to choose from. My girl's wicked into plants. You know, maybe I could grow a philodendron. Or a monstera. But I don't have any connection with those plants. I want to grow something that I'm interested in. Every plant has its own preferences, temperature, climate, humidity, all this stuff. If I'm going to learn that much about one plant, I want it to be a plant that I really care about. You know what I'm saying? Alright, never mind. Here's some thought for food for you. Being smart doesn't mean that you're not dumb. It means that you're better at being an asshole. Well, actually, yeah, shut up and have a drink. Bring yourself down to everyone else's level. Fucking smart people. They make me sick, they really do. I fucking hate smart people. Now, I know some really smart people, and I'm friends with them, and I like being friends with them. But I don't like when they're smart. You know, I like intelligence, you know. I like to learn. I love learning new things. I love intelligent people. I love talking to them. They can teach me new things. But I don't like smart people. Because smart people self-identify. You know? It's something you'll say about someone else. Oh, this guy's smart. True. But a smart person is always someone that takes on that characteristic. You know? Like, oh, they said I'm smart. I guess I really am smart. I fucking knew it. Oh, god damn it, thank God. Oh, I'm so glad someone else thought I was smart. Because if they didn't, my life would be meaningless, and I'd have to kill myself. Like, that's really how I think a lot of people are processing things. Fuck smart people, dude. I don't need to talk to you. I feel like The smartest people I've seen are people who don't think they're smart. You know? An actually intelligent person that I want to hang out with, they self-identify as dumb. You know, they don't think they're incapable. But they understand that the niche experience they have, or the things that they've learned, it's a very narrow spectrum of the spectrum that is understanding, you know? You could be the lead researcher in anti-aging, you know? You can know everything there is to know about the human body, aging, and how to prevent it. And that makes you a specialist on the subject, but that doesn't make you smart. Being smart is understanding that you have that information and that special skill set, and understanding its context within the world. If you have no perspective on your knowledge, then it means nothing. You know, I can know all the physics I want, but never mind. You know, you can run as many physics experiments as you want, but when something doesn't go the way you expect, i.e. quantum physics, you can't get mad about it. Say, well, listen here, you see, what I know about particles is... No one gives a fuck. You can never know. That's kind of the point of quantum physics, isn't it? Or superposition. You can know when it comes to an electron, there's the angle, there's the spin, and there's the position. Or is it just spin and position? Either way. Let's say I know the position of the electron. I cannot determine the spin. That's just how testing works. And then vice versa. If I know the spin of the electron, I cannot determine the position of it. That's just how the testing works. Is it inherent? Is it an inherent property of the electron? Or is it an inherent property of the test that we are using? Can't be too certain. Where was I getting at with this? My point is, even if you know the most about something, more than anyone else on the planet, you're still not certain about everything. It doesn't give you an excuse to be an asshole. I feel like that's what smart people are. They're just assholes with an excuse. And I'm sorry, I can't buy that shit. I mean, I've got excuses too, but I don't encourage them. I always try to recognize my own excuses and shoot them down before they get into orbit. 'Cause them shits will fuck with you. Like this week, oh, I don't want to do the podcast. I don't feel like being sober today. I'll do it tomorrow. And then you don't feel like being sober the next day. So you do it on Wednesday. The day you planned to play Psychonauts 2 when it came out. I can admit my mistakes. I can admit my excuses. And that's why I think I'm not smart. Thank God. Phew. That was a close one. I almost convinced myself that I'm smart there. But to speak more on me doing the podcast, lately I've just been weird. Just distracted by life. Normally I think my head's in the clouds, but now it's just somewhere else. I think it's up my own ass. I don't know what I've been doing in my head lately. Normally I'm good at coming up with funny ideas, and I'm always jotting things down. But lately I haven't done shit. So I need to write more, that's for sure. And stop watching videos. You know, working from home, I've always got something going on my phone. Whether it's a podcast or a stream or whatever. Or even a TV show. You can fucking watch TV while you work from home. If you got Naruto going on in the background, there's no one there to tell you to stop. And it's just added noise to my life. So much noise that I'm not hearing myself think. I am still doing the thinking, but it doesn't really feel like me. It feels like a shell of me. Like a shell. I feel like a shell of a human when I'm constantly consuming content. But wow, man, I feel good today. I'm excited. I don't know if you can tell. I'm really happy to be here today. I think last week I was in a funk. I think it came through on the podcast. But this week, I was ready. The sun may be going down, but the weather was beautiful today, and it's still so nice out. I worked out yesterday. I did some cleaning. I'm well prepared. I did everything I could to prepare myself to sit down here by myself and talk to you guys. I've got a new lease on life. And I went to policygenius.com, where they found me a great new rate. Thanks, Policy Genius, for sponsoring the show. Yes, you heard it right, Policy Genius. Proud sponsor of the Jest podcast. Are your rates too high? Is your insurance policy not cover what you need? Have no fear, Policy Genius is here to help you. It's basically Google for policies. I think. I don't know what it does. It's a website. It's smart. It's called The Genius. It works on policies. That's what you want. So if you need to refinance your car, or your home loan, or auto loan, or small business loan, or any kind of loan that you got, just not college loans, because education is not free or refundable. That was your mistake. But yeah, Policy Genius. Don't forget to use promo code RAWJEST at checkout for something. I don't know. Do they even charge you? What do they do there? I get the service they provide, but how are they making money? Do they charge you for their service, or are they just running ads? I don't know. It's a weird company. I don't know if I could support that. But I do. Gotta pay those bills. So, policygenius.com. Just baby, tell them I sent you. And back to today's regularly scheduled programming. How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing good. If not, that's okay too. But I'm glad that you're out there. Not just listening to this. I mean, thank you for listening to this. I do appreciate that. But I'm just glad that you exist. Even if I don't like you. You might be an asshole. You might be that guy that parades around thinking that they're actually smart. You might be one of those smart people. And I hate you. But that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate your existence. Without people, nothing would be here. Without people, there'd be no one to serve me my Dave's Double at Wendy's. There'd be no one to put mayo on my spicy chicken sandwich at Wendy's. And there would be no one to churn the lard so I can eat a chocolate frosty at Wendy's. Today's Raw Jest podcast is also brought to you by Wendy's. Don't forget to use promo code RAWJEST at checkout. Yes, this even applies at the drive-thru. Just tell them Raw Jest sent you. They'll know what to do. But I appreciate you all out there. I really do. I might not show it all the time, especially in traffic. I am defensive when I drive. And when I say defensive, I mean very aggressive. I'll be zipping and zooming over here and which way and all over the place. But, like, it comes from this place of self-defense, you know? I've got this tough face on when I'm driving. Like, every person I pass is gonna peer in my window and judge me. Not like they have their own places to go. Nope, they're more concerned about looking in my window. And I'm very fight or flight when I'm on the road, and it drives me crazy. My breathing shortens up, my heartbeat increases. Like, it's stressful to my body, and that's my own doing, because I can't cope with the minor struggles that come up with driving a car. And while we may not be built to drive cars, you know, humans were designed in tribes with campfires and horses. So we may not be designed to drive cars. But that's no excuse. I don't like excuses. And I tried to chill out on the road. Tried smoking a bowl. It helped a little bit. But I'm really enjoying not driving to work. Although, I'll do anything to stop working from home right now, honestly. Fuck working from home. It's nice, I can do laundry at the same time as work. You know, I can do some things here and there to maintain my personal life while working on my business life to provide for myself. However, I need work-home separation, man. I've got that separation anxiety. I need to keep those things separate, or I'll get anxious. Can you blame me? Yeah, you probably can. There's so many people loving working from home right now. I mean, I get it, man. There's more time for you to dick off. You can just eat food whenever you want. And you get to roll out of bed and just log onto your computer. Right when work starts. Not a minute too early. Well, goddamn, man. I like my routine. If I'm gonna have to do something every single day, I might as well have a routine to it and put some structure in my life. I like waking up early. I like taking a hot-ass shower. I like putting on work clothes. I like having a special wardrobe that's set aside for me to go to work. It makes me feel special. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel powerful and strong. And it makes me feel like I'm doing something that's not just my everyday life. When I lounge around at home in an undershirt, and I go to work in an undershirt, and I sleep in an undershirt, I start thinking that all there is to life is undershirts. But then, hey, on the weekend, I get ready to go out. I grab an outfit. Boom, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? What is this? Corduroy shorts? And is this a button-down t-shirt? Oh my god. What is this? I thought all there was to life is athletic shorts and undershirts. Huh. I'm gonna have to do some reevaluating. Yo, I am feeling good. I'm kind of distracted. I just saw a beautiful red-tailed hawk fly just overhead and go land in a tree somewhere over there. And then before that, I saw 2 planes. And they're overlapping. From my perspective, one was on top of each other. But one was way up in the air and it was super tiny. And the other one was slightly less up in the air. I could definitely tell it was a plane from where I am. It was cool, man. And it was right when I was talking about separation. They were just overlapping and separating. Kinda trippy. But hey, this past weekend was Shroom Fest. You guys don't know? This past weekend, August 20th through the 22nd? 23rd maybe? But this whole past weekend was Shroom Fest. I was telling my girl about it. It's not an event that you go to. It's just a worldwide thing where at home or wherever you want to take your shrooms, everyone around the world's taking them for the same weekend. You can do it Sunday, Saturday, Friday, whatever you want. Do it all weekend if you want. But the idea is just that across the world there's a bunch of people out there doing shrooms at the same time, which is a trippy concept in itself. And I'm kind of bummed I missed it. I remembered it was Shroom Fest over the weekend, but I just didn't have a good opportunity to do them. Well, I'm lying to you. I did forget it was Shroom Fest. But on Saturday, I woke up, I went to brunch with my mom and my girl, and that's when I remembered it was Shroom Fest. A little late. It probably would have been better to do the shrooms before going to dinner. Or going out for food. Like directly before going out for food. That would have been good. You guys know I love putting myself in weird situations. I've done shrooms and been around my mom plenty of times. But no, I wish I'd thought of it and done it the night before. Because that Friday I was just chilling at home. I could have stayed up late and just been tripping. and I would have had that worldwide connection with other people. But fuck it, man. I mean, when you take psychedelics, you already feel like you're tapping into some worldwide or intergalactic network. And if you like tap into different consciousness and different knowledge, it feels like you're tapping into these knowledge and ideas that aren't even yours. They're just kind of coming from somewhere. Like they're just kind of out there in the air. But now you're tuned in and you're receiving the signals. Kind of like a radio. Kind of like that great Duncan Trussell analogy that I love to steal from him. You know, humans are like radios. We're just kind of tapping into these different frequencies. And then when we find something that we really like, you know, we showboat it and parade it around like, look at this great thing that I did. But you didn't really do that, did you? You just saw it. Sure, you brought it to life. You brought it into your realm. You took it from this other world and extracted it and translated it into our reality so you can share it with us. But I don't think you actually created the idea. I think you just tapped into it. So shout outs to Duncan Trussell, man. And Ari Shaffir. Two very trippy dudes. Two very fun guys. Fun guy, man. Do I sound tired? I probably do. It's getting dark. I'm feeling it. I haven't eaten either, so I gotta go do that. But I wasn't hungry when I sat down. I'm way too excited. And I've run out of time. So, looks like I'm gonna have to hold on to some of that excitement for next week. But before we go, I didn't really talk about my weekend all the way, so let me finish that up. Friday I was at home chilling. I could have done shrooms, but I didn't. And Saturday I remembered it was Shroom Fest, so I brought my shrooms with me. I went to brunch with my mom and my girl, and then I spent the rest of the weekend at my girl's place. And I had the shrooms with me. I told her about Shroom Fest. I told her ahead of time, too. Still, we both forgot. But once I told her, she was down. She's like, oh, you're trying to do shrooms? I'll do some with you. It's like, word, hell yeah, we will. So we were going to do them Saturday night. But in the evening, we fell asleep. So I was like, okay, we'll do it at night. But then at night, we did dinner, and then we were talking to our roommate. And then all of a sudden, it was 9:30 at night. And it's like, okay, this is a little late for me to want to take shrooms. My bedtime's in half an hour. But fortunately, there was a hurricane this weekend in New England. Most people want to shelter and take cover in a hurricane. But that sounded amazing to me. I want to take shrooms and go outside and run around in the rain. That's what you do in a hurricane. You put your life at risk. So you know there's things to care about and worry about. All these people spending their lives boxed up in their houses, they're worried about bullshit. You know, like meeting a deadline. No, you gotta be worried about the trees that are gonna fall on your ass. And the bears in the woods that'll tear you apart. Okay, we don't have bears in the woods here in Massachusetts. But we do have fisher cats. And if you don't know what a fisher cat is, basically picture a ferret, but a little larger, right? Kind of like a Pokemon. And this slightly larger ferret is actually a bear trapped in a ferret's body. It'll yell, it'll scream, it'll claw its way through your anus to get to your goodies. This thing was not born right. Similar to Caitlyn Jenner, this thing was born into the wrong body. It has the heart and spirit of a bear. But the genitals of a rodent that needs to fuck twice a day. So they're everywhere. Just at night, you'll hear these fucking death ferrets screaming like they're a little girl being murdered. Ah! Ah! I can't even do it. Just go Google Fisher cat screaming like woman. No, just Google Fisher cat screaming woman. Cause they're weird, man. I've grown up here my whole life. And I didn't really know about their existence until just this year. Because I'm a dumb, sheltered idiot. And I'm not concerned about trees falling on me or fisher cats ripping my guts apart. But I should be. And that's why I really wanted to take shrooms and go run around in the rain. I haven't tripped in so long, and the last cool experience I had like that was smoking a joint outside, sitting in a chair in the middle of my lawn while a rainstorm was picking up. So it wasn't raining yet, so I could still smoke the joint. But the wind was crazy. It was just whipping that nay-nay. Like Willow Smith, it was just whipping it this way, whipping it that way. Forth and back and forth. And I literally thought all these big ass trees around me were gonna fall and crush me. But they weren't. And just sitting there in somewhat peace, watching these trees not falling on me, gave me real perspective on life. And it made me laugh. I just thought it was dope. I was high as shit. But yeah, I don't know. Another time. I can always tap into the psychedelic network another time. I'm not worried about it. But I did want to tell you about it. Because why not? I've got my own podcast. The Jest podcast. And I do love this show. But it is time to go. I've wasted enough of your time. Time to get on with your life. Go read a book. Go cut your toenails. Or go exfoliate your scrotum. Do what you gotta do and do something productive. That's enough for now. You guys already know what to do. Listen to your mom. But listen to your heart. And go suck a dick. You never know what it'll do for you. See ya.